Perhaps, McGraw, you're getting a sense from your listeners whether they are, I guess, deciding what their next steps are, predicated on what the grand jury does. How might this information that no decision reached by the grand jury will in any way kind of dictate the actions of some people there who are planning to gather, or some people who are just listening intently about what will happen next?
Well, you have to sort of set the scene here in St. Louis, and everything that is being done here in St. Louis is based on fear. There is this elevated level of fear of the unknown. We don't know when the decision's coming. We don't know what the decision's going to be. And when it finally does come, what's going to happen? So schools are being closed. People are stocking up on food. People aren't leaving their home. There is an ominous feeling, and I've never lived through some type of martial law, but downtown Clayton feels like something's about to happen. And so the streets are empty. Ferguson behind me, there's just sort of this ominous feeling waiting for the shoe to drop.
And then Clayton is kind of nearby, we're in between kind of Ferguson and St. Louis, but all of these communities are impacted, is what I'm gathering from you. Not just Ferguson, but neighboring communities are impacted too. Why is that?
Oh, there is no question. Well, because a list of protesters put out a list of potential targets, and those targets just aren't in Clayton and just aren't in Ferguson.
Targets?
They were throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area.
What do you mean by that, targets?
I mean exactly what I mean. There was a list of quote-unquote potential targets that was released earlier in the week, which is what makes people so fearful. And it was law firms, and it was political offices, and it was schools, and it was churches, and it was hospitals, all throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. We have had elected officials go on national TV and say, if we don't get the decision we want, you haven't seen anything yet. So this fear, these threats, real or fake, are out there, and that's why so many people are on edge.